The ASPX callback control allows you to easily add AJAX-based callback technology to your website. The callback class represents a non-visual component that allows callbacks to be sent from the client side and processed both on the server and the client side. In this video, you'll learn how to use the ASPX callback control to retrieve and display the server time without initiating a postback. I'll start with an ASP.NET application. I've already created a table and added a few controls to the page. The first row contains an ASPX text box control. The second row has a standard ASP.NET text box control. These will be used to demonstrate that the callback control works with both Developer Express as well as standard ASP.NET components. Next, there's a button control which will be used at runtime to retrieve the server time and display it inside the text boxes. Now let's take a look at the page's source. Here you can see the markup for the ASPX text box. In the next row is the standard text box. Note that since the standard controls do not provide a powerful client-side scripting mechanism like their DevExpress counterparts, we need to set an ID for the table cell so that it can be accessed during runtime. And finally, the code for the ASPX button control. I switch back to Design View. From the toolbox, I drag and drop an ASPX callback component onto the page. Before moving on, let's take a look at the client-side members exposed by the ASPX client callback type. For this demo, we'll be using the perform callback method to raise the server-side callback event. We'll use this event to retrieve the server's time. The data is then sent back to the client side using the result property of the event. Then the callback complete event is raised to process the data that was returned from the server side. This data can be retrieved using the result property of the event. Let's return to Visual Studio. I select the ASPX callback component and specify a client instance name for it. I'll also do this for the ASPX text box control on the page. I select the button control and disable its auto postback property. From its smart tag, I'll launch the ASPX button client-side events editor. Inside the click event handler, I make a call to the callback control's client-side perform callback method. To be able to process any type of information on the server, I select the callback control and create a handler for its callback event. Here, I'll paste the following code. The first line retrieves the server's current time in string format. The time value is then passed on to the client using the JS properties property. This property enables you to declare temporary client properties. Once declared, these can be accessed on the client side. I switch to the ASP.NET page. I invoke the callback control's client-side events editor. I'll add the following code to the control's client-side callback complete event. This will first set the text of the standard text box control using the standard text box container ID that we specified for the table cell. Then, the ASPX text box control's value is set. I click OK to close the editor and run the application to see the results. Upon clicking the Show Server Time button, you can see that both text boxes are populated with the current time of the server without the need to perform a postback. Thanks for watching, and thank you for choosing DevExpress.